Hello, and welcome to The Vault in Our Stars. This is Tyro VIII, broadcasting live from said Vault in Stars. We are on Final Fantasy VIII, Disc 2, obviously what the title says, and we are about to finish off Laguna's dream in this little, like, okay, get to your bed, person. And and see what the rest of the gang has been up to. In the first disc, this is the beginning of disc 2. In the first disc, we were hired by a lady named Noah, who was the daughter of a presidential figure, and or actually the armed forces guy of that presidential figure. Anyway, she hired us to assassinate that presidential figure, and as we were trying to do so, they had made some sort of treaty type thing with a sorceress, and the sorceress ended up backstabbing the president, actually front stabbing, and then our job was to assassinate her. We failed. She kind of has taken over, stabbed us back, and threw the rest of us in jail. So, besides that weird dream scenario where we keep turning into Laguna, we are also here in this jail. But you'll find through the dialogue here that our main character is Laguna whenever we fall asleep, and it's kind of random, not random, the storyline, it's whatever's convenient to the storyline, who becomes the other person connected to the other body. And in this case, as we can see, Zell has been connected to Ward from the other side. And as Ward, he could tell that he's just like a janitor in this like prison guard scenario. And also an aside, so the three people that they go into is Laguna, Ward, I cannot think of the other guy's name because I haven't said it yet. But those three people are soldiers for the Galbadia army under the sorceress. But they're starting to realize Laguna was in this, like, small village taking care of monsters and, like, trying to hook up with this bartender lady, and Ward was on his own thing, being a janitor at this prison, and they're realizing it's this prison, like the one that they're stuck at. And so Zell's thinking he might be able to use the information that he got from the dream to get them out of this situation somehow. They also aren't sure where the main character is, TVioSP, or in this case, Squall. Or, I mean, in this case, TVioSP. And where the hell is that guy? Irvine! And Irvine is my favorite character of the Final Fantasy, maybe all of the storylines. A little sexy cowboy assassin that they recently just ran into. He was supposed to be the sniper for the sorceress. We've been having technical sound issues, so I hope that this system is working really well. How does that sound? We're gonna whisper for a second. Where am I? Challenged Eddie. Eddie is the name of the sorceress. And here he is, awake without a giant hole in his chest. So, I mean, which isn't a surprise. When people die in these worlds, it's like, why don't you just give that person a phoenix down? Like, poor Eris from Final Fantasy VII, right? Just forgotten. I'm sure they were kicking themselves in the morning after that one. So he's been taken into this thing. I love the graphic parts of this. And then we go to these graphics. We have a little bit of debris that we've been going through for a while. Sometimes it's super loud, sometimes it's not loud. We'll see how it goes. Okay. I believe in this section we're gonna do a lot of running around of characters. So the most important thing to remember is to switch out your profiles constantly. I've realized that, I mean, I'm sure it tells me in the tutorial that I skip through, when you have the ability to choose who you want to be in that window platform, you can grab a person and take all their stuff and put it onto another person to make it easy to exchange peoples around when you're dealing with your teams. Hold on, we'll do some story noting right now. How very Jesus-like, right? He is. But, oddly enough, it'll be Cypher here talking about his chosen one scenario where he is extremely happy to be working for this grand queen as the knight in shining armor. And I don't know, it's interesting that he comes at it from this like fantasy good perspective. Hey Codemate, can you tell me if the sound is working? Can you hear me? That would be a wonderful thing to note. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, he's already gone. Alright. Mike, can you hear me? He answers from over there instead. So, he's just talking about this fantasy that he's always had as a child, and now he gets to be it. But it's like, is this part of the sorceress's magic bringing him down to like a child's imagination? Because, I mean, he's old enough to realize, I don't know, this world does have sorceresses in it, and magic, so maybe being a knight is more plausible than I imagined it to be. He certainly is just calling himself a knight, but he's not the knight I envision. Certainly not a good knight, which is what he thinks he is. Because he considers, as you can see in this line, Squall to be the evil one. And, I mean, from their perspective, he did try and kill her. So... Now, this is a little bit confusing. You are using your magic here, but there's an anti-magic field. So I don't know how that's working. But they just explained it off by saying it doesn't work as well as it could work. It's very weak. I can't stand animal abuse. I really wish we would get this guy. I don't think we do. but we get him for a little bit. He won't fight for us. But see, she just talked about how there's like this anti-magic, but she's like, oh, let me try it anyway, you'll get something out of it, so apparently it does work. And when we start fighting, it doesn't have any effect on your fighting abilities. That would have been an interesting situation, though. So he's telling him basically that the garden's been destroyed or is going to be destroyed, which just probably means that we're gonna try and go there next, I assume. I haven't played this game in so long, I can't remember where I stopped playing. I'm pretty sure I haven't beat this game. I feel like I've made it to the 3rd disc, but I'm disappointed that I wouldn't have gone all the way. But while this didn't look familiar to me at first, now it's all like coming back to me. This poor guy. Once again, with my theory, my little conspiracy theory that this is all in his head, shock therapy could be happening to him while he's at this Balaam institution. Balaam being another word for a psych ward, pretty much. Our person is not going to be giving any Balaam information, so kill us. The true goal of Seed is to spread flowers all over the world. It reminds me of, I don't know, Johnny Appleseed, also Zelda. I feel like there was a character that wanted to bring flowers, or like maybe that was one of your things that you would do. Not quite sure. What now? Huh? Okay. Dr. Christus. So they're basically just talking how they don't have any of their weapons. They want to get out of here. They're gonna get tortured, and they're trying to come up with a great plan for this. It's a little bit basic, but they go for the old, we're hurting here, come on in here, and let me hit you in the back of the head. A snake bite. Where the hell would a snake come from? I don't know, but gut punch, Houdini died that way, it's very dangerous. Hopefully that guard's okay. And we're out. Now Zell's chosen to be the one to go out because his weapon of choice is his fist. Alright, I've junctioned everyone onto, I think, 2 people. So take all that off. Yes. And I believe, the other one was Irvine. Yes! Okay, and then we will just shove everyone on him. For now. I'm not quite sure how helpful that would be. Actually, we're about to get all of our friends back, so maybe we will just... No. Who knows how many fights we'll get into. Let's have everyone on us, just so everyone can have all the points that they need to have. And we won't have to do anything crazy here, but... Okay, so here's another one of these things. Notice that my guy here has 2 sheets of stuff and nothing else. The weakest person here, clearly. That can easily be fixed because I've worked with Zoe many times and he's certainly not the weakest one. And I'm like, what the hell? How'd this happen? Let me show you. So you go to your switching and you click on him, click on the person that's supposed to be the weakest, Ranoa, blah, and switch him out, and she must have somehow gotten his stuff, but it's just as easy as that. All of the magic and all of the like drawing that you do onto one character, all of that can be switched out onto another character. So really, you only need to do it for 3 people. So don't waste your time too much doing it for everyone, but make sure that you know that you're drawing into the pile of all of the magics that need to be in someone. I'm also finding that there's more magic than the sheets are given. So if you know that ahead of time, who knows that ahead of time playing these games? You might want to be like, this person will get these types of magics and know that another person has like tornado and arrow or something and all those kind of things, or maybe the cures. Well, everyone should have cures, but the Insunyas and live. Yeah, so don't waste your time trying to like build all of them up. Probably this one. I mean, you can switch them around to anyone after that is what I was trying to say. So don't even think of them as people. Don't think of them as people. Okay. So we'll chuck all of these back on here, and we should have magic now. Yeah. We'll throw on a Kiraga. Oh, I wish I could remember, like, Dispel's a really good one for, I think, that one. Stop, I think, is a good one for that. Oh, yes, and I always love it when I can make something sleep, protect ourselves from I'm missing cooler ones, but Firaga should be there. Here is Fyra and then Fire. That 3 combo thing is perfect. It gets you 100% of any attack that gets you, and an 80% strike on another person. Oh, and then one more thing over here. Let's go Blizzaga. I don't know what this one does yet, that hit. I probably don't need to use gems right now with all this fun stuff. So we'll put GF there. Treatment in someone, in case someone tries to do something crazy on me. Well, I'm not going to be drawing anyone. Gosh, I almost don't want anything. I got some cool things. I don't know if that's a necessary thing I need. Counter is the bomb diggity. I worked real hard to make sure I got that as soon as possible. Okay. Now I believe they said we were on level 7. I'm almost sure I just go up 1 level and the weapons are right here. Yeah. should be one quick fight, especially after all that stuff I just put on myself. Oh, but I'm not sure if I finished saying. The reason why Zell is the one that came out is because his weapons are his fists, and so he didn't need to go get anything like this. Or didn't need anything like this to have these kind of fights. And Zell is also one of my strongest characters. For how low his level is. You guys aren't ready. And it's also a good time. Those guys have Cura, I think, on them. Because you don't have anything on your guy at first. You're at your lowest. Your lowest health max, if that's understood properly. And so when you add all of your ups and your GFs and all those like additional things to you, and your health can be all the way up to like 4,000, you're still at 2 or whatever your base health max was. So you could have Cura in there. Oh, I like this part. Cute. Time to kick some ass. And chew bubblegum, but I'm all out of bubblegum. Yas, queen! Kristen! Right on! She's like a Ninja Turtle. Cowabunga, get it. Meow! Part of the Thundercats. Like his eyes. What a crew we got here. Okay, let's junction off this stuff a little bit better. This is also why I didn't give him Cura, because we're about to take some things off and it's just gonna take away from his life. We know that whoever has Shiva, and I believe it is Diablos, is a team. And I want to say that is Quiztiz, which is also usually TVioSP. Sorry, I can only sit in a certain way for a certain amount of time before I have to move. Oh my gosh. And like a princess, I sit on many, many pillows that I just shove back under my butt. The Princess and the Pea was the reference for people wondering why a princess would just be shoving pillows under her butt. And Zell, let's junction off. I wanna say it's the Siren and oh, who would it be? The Siren and maybe the brothers in Carbuncle? That seems maybe too crazy. We'll see how it handles. Took away his sleeping ability, so that might have been wrong. I know, I had to correct myself. But you're able to hear the sound. Everything works well there. magics. Okay, that does give us this back. And we'll rush those onto there for him. Ba-da-da. We'll give him treatment back. And Quistis, now we'll pay more attention to what she needed. GF. Oh, someone needs to be able to get items that doesn't have the treatment. And drawing. She's the mugging girl. We'll also give her lots of life. And vitality. Actually, why don't we just give her tons of life? She's gonna be a tank. And I don't remember putting her magics on, but everything looks really nice there. It must have auto-filled. Let's auto-fill that one too then. Okay. As long as they didn't mess up. No. I don't like the way they put that there. I'm gonna correct this real quick. Oh, what are they thinking? Why would I want those things? No, no. And what did I muck up over here? We'll just give it a good Blizzaga. Yeah, Blizzaga sounded cool. And then Selfie. Junction, the remaining two. That looks okay. She looks kind of weak. Oh, she ain't got nothing. Yeah, this is messed up somehow. I don't think I'm gonna worry about it too much right now. We'll just make sure that she is able to defend herself and she'll be fine. I'll even give her that option to defend. Oh, she'll have counter. We'll give her some extra life. Maybe she'll want to cover. We'll just throw everything at her. Alright. Now, I believe the goal is... we figured out TVioSP is here. We need to get him out. Then get ourselves out. Okay, remember these guys, we've met them at the satellite tower where we kicked their ass. So we'll have to do that again. Hey, it's a dog-eat-duck. Let's do this. Screen battle time mode. Go. I was demoted because of you. I'm a lieutenant now. Okay, I might, now that... Oh, how did I not give him a drawing situation? Sure. We will just start casting on everyone. Oh my gosh, cast stronger than that, please. Wait, oh my gosh, I only hit him twice. That's not giving us a lot of time to suck magic out of them. She's giving herself hardly anything. Mind you, they can give themselves up to like, I think 3,000? So it's very disappointing that they're slacking on this amount. Here is the second best. A little bit better. We're getting somewhere. It's the second best healing potion. Again. There we go. She got some full life now. Appreciate. Let's see what they can do for a friend. Llamas is what they gave our friend. That's beautiful. If he survives this attack, we'll find out what these question marks are. Whatever it is, I have a full amount of it, so I don't need it. But we'll cast it on her. Let's see what it does. Regeneration. Not sure what that did. Maybe some life? Let's just attack this person. Those guys are really easy. Some memories, Alexis. La, Alexis. Don't think you can just walk out. I don't know what he's thinking and planning about. Okay, now, here's some things to know. This is a 13th floor tube underground, and every floor looks the same, and you can go all the way down to floor 1, which you should. All the way down to floor 1 and start. There's like a magazine down there, some other things. But on each floor, there's this door that you can walk back into. And there's another door. Let me show you. To the right over here. Right there. They're not both locked, or they're not both unlocked on every floor, but each one should be checked, and there's something on every floor, even if it's just a save spot. I'm not gonna look, because I just want to get out of here and show you how to get out of here and play the game, not necessarily where all the hidden things are, but I'm also here to help with those holes. Kill it! This thing, if it shoots missiles at you, is a big old bee. I advise killing as soon as you can. Or putting at least on these GS, so these things don't hurt your HP. Look at that, 1400. If this was the last level, that would have killed it. Or the last battle. Carbonk is my favorite. Look at this cute little guy. I don't know if you've seen him yet. Oh, adorable. And he's one that helps us and defends us. He's not an attacky creature. Very peaceful. Love it. And then we bring out the heavy hitters. Shiva, goddess of destruction and creation. Create smush, destroy some robots. Oh, she didn't. Micro missiles. Oh no, hit the middle guy. Capitalize. Let's see what a Thunderbird can do about the situation. There's a robot. He's also our strongest GF. As far as level, I'm not sure if that's true on, I mean, it depends on who you're fighting. But level-wise, he is our strongest. Okay, level 9. Get that. Okay. There's gonna be a door sometimes here that I could have foreseen by looking at it. But those have to be ran around, which gives you an opportunity to check these doors anyway. There's also on two floors. Oh god. Sorry, I cheated. I just accidentally cheated. Someone asked me before when I told them I was playing this game if I used those things, and I told them I used the class 4 things, and they were like, oh, and I'm sure you used the other one too. And I was like, well, I accidentally have. And they're like, oh, sure, you accidentally have. But I guess at least I have everything's recorded. So I should just show them the videos. My receipts, they're all here. Okay, like I said, could go into those doors. There are things behind them. Behind two of them, there's some guys waiting to play cards. But not interested in that. Keep an eye on that little panel also by the stairs, because if it isn't there, then you don't have to run all the way around. For as big and clunky as these guys are, they're super easy to kill. And we're on level 11. 12, 13 is where we want to be. So pretty quick. Those little creatures, since we're so nice to them, will help us out. I don't know why they're the ones running the prison down here. And that is right. It's no longer spoils because here it's coming, but... Oh, yeah, gave him his sword back. We find now that this prison that we're in, which I kind of already knew this, is underground. It's not above ground. I don't know why that's a surprise or like what a big deal that is. Either way, you need to get out of it, and the exit's on the top, whether it's underground or not underground. So here's where this would come in handy. She has hopefully all my things just ready and around to go, and now I can just be ready and raring to go. So they've released, I don't know how this helps the prison, but they've released a bunch of monsters out once they've realized that we were also out. So now there's prisoners and monsters running around. Although the only thing we're running into is guards most of the time. Maybe an occasional robot. And here's where I said we have to like be switching back and forth a lot. I don't know what Zell's doing. He went to go operate the other half of it, but I don't know if we have to operate him. So yeah, I didn't put anything on them. Or on Quistis, at least. Doesn't matter. She's sleeping. But she should then have Zell's things, because we just want our GFs to like... It's mainly the GFs. You just want them to be involved in the battles. Oh crap. Oh, and they're like, Sand, oh, we've been underground this whole time, so there you go. Darn it. I don't put my person to sleep. Okay. Now I'll have to switch. We said it was her stuff. That guy's just saying this. But he is supposedly sending things towards me. If I didn't have it on 3 times, you would have been able to see. Oh, good. TVioSP saved me. He's so crazy. Ha. Okay, break out of this prison, guys. Stop conversing. You're being shot at. You know you're underground, so now you know the way to go is up. But how dare you forget Irvine? And Renoa. I forgot Renoa. So, it turns out I don't know why Irvine's so pushy on this, but he's been hired by Renoa, his father actually, her father actually, to get her out. And he's really like adamant at letting TVioSP know that it wasn't TVioSP that they were trying to get out. It was only Renoa. Only Renoa, not TVioSP. This is clearly just a weird, like, misunderstanding that they're meeting here this way, both trying to break out because he is only here for her. I don't know why. I'm sure that'll come out more later, but it's pretty late. So now we got Renoa with us. We will switch her out with but Sophie already has her magics on her, so that's fine. I believe he has stuff that I want. So I think, yeah, this seems like a good crew. We're running to the top. Faster. I can't remember what level we were on. 10, okay. Ooh, there's gotta be an elevator, right? And it would probably go through the core. Or something would go through the core. What a waste to, like, there should be a tree there or something. A tree might have been too much of a giveaway that we're underground. And darn it! Always putting me to sleep. Oh, she has the treatment. Does she use that? For some reason I thought he had the treatment. Guys, don't look too hard though. Well, if you're just gonna wake him up. Phew. Okay, we need to get back to that arm. Oh. Oh, my least favorite. Renoa's weak right now. We gotta protect her. As we go straight to punching her in the face. Yeah, jerk. Let's see how he handles the little ice. That was supposed to be more like coming, but it was just 50, I guess. This doesn't do anything. These guys are so weak, but they're like fairly new. Kind of baby. I've only seen the older brother lose. And I feel like the little brother can also lose, but I'm not sure. The older brother might be the little one, actually. Come on, renew it. Go in to save yourself. He's dead? Like, otherwise he's coming after your ass. With one missile. Actually, it's more like 5 missiles. So up here now, if you're trying to get all the fancy things, there is also somewhere in here a tag that you can re-change one of your GF's names, and up on 13, level 13 where I'm at, I'll show you where you can also get a tag to change your person's name. Now they're realizing with TVioSP up there, they could go down instead to the arm and have TVioSP pull them up. Which is fun, because here we are, we would start on level 7, and now is where you would get an opportunity. Oh, darn it. Please don't kill us. This thing was fairly safe. To fight. Oh, come on. But I just made the innocent mistake of not remembering to switch over my charges. That can be deadly, as we all know. Finally. Without all those added bonuses that I have, those fights are a lot longer than I'd like them to be. Okay, so it's just really nice that these quick... Actually, this should go to her. No. This should go to her. This should go to him. This should go to him, I believe. Something's messed up here in their magic that they're given, but it works out. Okay, let's go. I don't know who's shooting at them or why the angle of being down here is not easier for them to continue shooting at us, but for whatever reason they have stopped shooting at us, and we'll just be thankful of that. Oh, this guy's a jerk. I don't know if you know anything about this guy either, but he is one not to like deal with too much. He's a good one if you have the sleeping punch or sleep on your weapon to have your two guys hit, punch, and do whatever they're gonna do, and then have your third person do the attack that sleeps him. So he'll be asleep while you're waiting for your other things to be charged. And then just make sure your guy with the sleeping attack is the last one in the line of 3 to attack. Come on, guys! Okay, and I believe I just need to get to level 3. Now, here, this guy, he'll give you a cottage, and there's supposedly a guy standing right here. Now, I've run through this to level up the characters and like grab a bunch of draws that you normally wouldn't get if you were doing a speedrun, such as this, to make sure I can get this in an hour. And he wasn't there last time either. I don't know why. Maybe in the PS4 version or the 3 modeled version, remastered version, there isn't a guy here. But right there, next to that yellow writing where it says whatever floor this is, which is 413th, but that seems like it's the longer lettering. Anyway, there should be a guy there that will give you something called a name tag, or something that helps you rename one of your characters. Get out of here. Oh, now I forgot to switch my characters back over to here. Lovely. These small mistakes in this area could kill you. I think it was him I junctioned with, him I junctioned with, and him I junctioned with. Boom, boom, boom. I just checked their health to see if their health is up. Right time, we escaped. Oh gosh, we have that. Okay, but we've fought these robots multiple times. We're super weak right now. Don't punch me in the face. Oh, rude. I'm a woman. Shouldn't punch anyone in the face, regardless of their status of person. Yeah, the person that had the most life, they just ripped it away from him. Jeez, I don't know what's going on with that one over there, but it's got a shield on it now, and it's all gold. Yes, attack me while these jets are. This will at least get rid of the guy in the back. To the people in the back. Shut the fuck up. Look at how weak my people are. I'm so scared for them right now. I feel like at least TVioSP's should survive, because the robot on the right should die from this. I don't know what's up with the robot on the left. Hopefully this will kill him, but if it doesn't, Shiva could do it for the second hit of her. A second hit of Shiva. That sounds like a interesting Buddhist extension. And it hits for 8. So it's cool to see the shields. Oh, yep. Took her out. Saw that coming. Hopefully we survive this. Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully he doesn't. And he didn't. Wonderful. Sorry, Noah. That's why you can't sit with us. That's actually kind of helpful because I don't want her to get too much. I want her to be weak. And since she was dead at the end of this, she didn't get any points, so she didn't grow, which is wonderful. Stay down. It's always the man trying to keep the woman down. I don't know. Go for it. Okay. I don't know why or how they realized that they left their friends in there, or maybe that's all they did was remember that their friends were in there. But I don't remember where the controls were. Oh, they just want us to go. Now let's get the hell out of here. Darn it. She's still dead on the floor. Cool. Okay, run. Just run out of here. Oh, I was right there. For a little fun cutscene, that looks beautiful. If you've ever been to the Badlands, kind of what it looks like. Obviously, not with those. And you're not underground, you're on giant towers. Oh crap. Well, hopefully our friends are making it out of this. Because we're not faring too well. Oh, maybe I should be going towards them? Oh, wow. I think I died. Maybe. Maybe that's a scenario you can't die in. But that looks like a good area to stop it in. Also, oh, we're very not dusty for what just happened. But an hour, almost to the second. Well, we got out of jail, it looks like. We're back on solid ground. Maybe this is the top of the screw that also nailed in. And we got some cars to start traveling around in. So, I will meet you next time. We're probably going back to Balam to see how well they've done. Hopefully they're not blown up and it's still there. And that's all I know. Join me tomorrow night, I believe, not for sure, around 7 o'clock. And hopefully I will start that excursion then. Actually, I might have a new game in style also or in mind. Not in addition to this one, not in replacement. I am really enjoying Final Fantasy VIII and will continue to play it. If you followed me on the Fade to Silence, which was just an introduction video and not a series, I didn't care for that game well enough to continue that one, but I did play it a little bit longer, and I might do a little bit of a how long can I live video and see if I can live for a long time. That's gonna be, if I do that, that'll be an up all night video, because then the sleepiness will also be a factor of the game. But this is Tyrell, VA, signing off from the Vault in Our Stars. Thank you for joining me, and I will catch you later!